Savannah Chrisley, Julie Chrisley's daughter, admits her life is falling apart after her parents were arrested. Savannah Chrisley revealed how her life fell apart after her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, were sentenced to prison. "Last week was tremendously challenging for my family as a whole and for each of us individually," Savannah explained in a new episode of her podcast. "We had to say goodbye to my parents for a little while, for the foreseeable future, and that was really difficult. I haven't recorded a podcast since. The podcast that will air today and that you will be watching was recorded prior to my life breaking apart," she made a note of it. Savannah revealed that the episode, which was released on Tuesday, was really recorded on Jan. 12 before both of her parents were sentenced to prison for federal tax evasion. "It may appear happy-go-lucky, and during that period, I believe it was because there was a lot of hope, and I wasn't confronted with the reality of the situation," she explained. "So I just wanted to throw this in there to address that because I know a lot of people will be like, wait, what is this? And this was pre-life disintegration. And now, any future podcasts I do will be posted. So, I hope that helps you understand things, and next week I'll have a pretty serious one-on-one podcast with myself giving an update on my life, where things stand, how the kiddos are, nanny, all of the above, and an update on my parents, because you don't yet have one," she stated. "I'm really excited to give that update because I've seen God operate in the most unlikely of circumstances." Todd and Julie reported to different prisons on January 17 after their bail was denied awaiting an appeal. The pair was sentenced to a total of 19 years in jail after a jury found them guilty of conspiring to cheat community banks out of more than $30 million in fraudulent loans, as well as conspiring to defraud the IRS. Todd sent a religious message on Instagram before reporting to prison. "He is always on time. #FightTheGoodFight." Todd captioned a religious music performance video. The post was remarked on by Todd and Julie's children. "I adore you, Papa," Savannah wrote. "I shall always love you more, my beauty. Isn't it amazing when he's 4 days late and still arrives on time?" Todd's response was vague. "I love you, Daddy, this isn't finished yet," Kyle Chrisley added. Prosecutors said that the Chrisleys used forged documents to obtain loans from banks. They also alleged Julie submitted a fraudulent credit report and fake bank statements while attempting to rent a house in California. Todd was sentenced to 12 years in jail, and Julie was sentenced to 7 years in prison after being charged with bank fraud and tax evasion in August 2019. Following the completion of their prison sentences, they will each be required to serve 16 months of probation. Julie was convicted of bank fraud conspiracy, bank fraud, tax fraud, and conspiracy to defraud the United States. She was also charged with wire fraud and obstructing justice. A source confirmed to Fox News Digital that she reported to the satellite minimal security camp at the BOP facility in Lexington. Todd was found guilty of bank fraud conspiracy, bank fraud, tax fraud, and conspiracy to defraud the United States. He checked into federal prison camp Pensacola, a minimum security institution.